Hey there, I'm the Communication Doc, and this is video 4 in my series, How to Be Ready for Romance and Avoid a Broken Heart. So if you haven't seen my other 3 videos, you need to watch them, and I'll just quickly review the points that I made in each video. The first one is you need to guard your heart and take your time. The second is you need to figure out who you are and what you want in life first. The third one is you need to figure out what you want in a relational partner. And now the fourth point I want to emphasize, and I hesitate in how to phrase this, but you need to make sure that you and the other person are both mature enough for a committed romantic relationship. Now, as soon as I say mature, I know pretty much everybody would say, oh, I'm mature, and we're going to compare that to other people and say, I'm definitely mature for my age, or I'm definitely mature enough for this. But I want to explain to you what I mean by that. So stick with me, please. Don't get offended and think I'm telling you you're not mature. Relationships, especially committed romantic relationships like marriage, are challenging. I like to say that they're really two imperfect people living together, trying to share their lives in a meaningful way and not be driven crazy by each other's imperfections. Now, having said that, they are wonderful. They can be wonderful. They can be very fulfilling. You can have such a deep sense of intimacy and connection, and that can be a wonderful part of it. But it doesn't mean that it's easy and that it doesn't take work. And in fact, it takes a whole lot of work. If you talk to anybody who's been married for any length of time, they're going to tell you it's hard work. So, having said that, that's what I mean by when I say mature enough. If you're still in a phase in life where you want to be focused mostly on yourself and what you want, you're not ready for a committed relationship because it's going to require self-sacrifice and it's going to require that you be other-oriented. That is, that you focus on thinking about the other person, trying to see things from the other person's perspective, trying to make sure that you are considering the other person in every choice you make as much as possible. Now, again, I already said we're imperfect people, so it's not going to be 100% perfection, but you have to be in a place where you think you're ready to give that kind of sacrifice to your relational partner. And if you're not in that place, then you shouldn't get involved in a romantic relationship because it's not going to work. Now, having said that, if you think you are mature enough, you've got to think, okay, is this other person also mature enough? And there are usually pretty big warning signs if another person is not mature enough to be other-oriented in a relationship. Things like selfishness, or like, for example, where they demand things of you as a partner that might be above and beyond what would be expected. Jealousy is never a good sign. If your person you're thinking about entering into a relationship is overly jealous, that's not good. If they try to control you in some way, that's not good. Those are all huge warning signs that you need to think, okay, so maybe this person is not mature enough for this committed relationship. So that's my fourth point. Make sure that you and the other person are both mature enough, not just mature, but mature enough for a committed relationship. And until next time, as I always say, let's get communication healthy.